Hello, beautiful people. Good morning.
We are here again to start up your week with so much excitement.
And of course, we had amazing weekend.
Yeah, it was quite amazing. It was quite amazing. It was quite amazing.
Packed full of activities. Thank you so much for making a day with us this morning. You tuned in, and we promise we'll make it worth your while.
Yes, we will.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And of course, I am Mike Mexican. Of course, we can be with you everywhere you are as you're coming across to you over a number of platforms. So streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and of course on Facebook. Look us up at TVC Connect. For comments, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
And that's for comments, but for food, guess who we have?
Hey, my number one chef.
Chef Ofe is in the building.
Morning.
You know,
How you doing?
when I say my number one chef,
Move closer to me.
Wow,
Wow, you want me to be close to you this morning?
Yeah.
Aww. How was your weekend, guys? How's your weekend?
It was fine.
I missed you.
Work.
So good to have you in the kitchen this morning.
Okay, what's that camaraderie going on between you and MM there?
Yeah.
Well,
that's too no.
Thrown you away. Take
do
over.
Don't hate Mike. Don't
She's
hate
taking
Mike.
over. She's
Yes,
taking
I
over.
am taking over.
are you sure it's not friend for food? It's not hef.
Whatever.
Friend for food.
Go ahead and think whatever it is you want to think.
Well, sometimes food can be motivating, you know,
of
and it's
course.
all about the motivation every single Monday. And on that note, we'll be talking about how to organize yourself, of course.
Also, you don't want to miss the musical performance that we have for you this morning from JP.
Girl, give me a harmonize, oh. Back up wine, girl, give me that, oh. Girl, I wanna hold you down, oh. Say me, oh. Girl, I wanna hold you down, oh. Back up wine, girl, give me that, oh. Girl, I wanna hold you down.
Our finance discussion this morning is another one to look out for.
Yep. We'll be talking about developing your own money system. I really want to learn how to develop my money. Not just the system.
The money. We'll also be having some styling tips, hairstyling. Loving it.
Yep.
His name is Nelson Allison. Trust me, I know. He'll be joining us for a chat. You didn't see that coming, did you, Mike? Why?
Actually,
What?
I don't know why.
Why, Titi?
Why not?
Why?
What?
Why?
What?
What is it with you and fine men? You're like what? A metal attracted
Okay.
to...
So let's change the topic, please.
Okay. All right.
Fine boys aside, we have our friends from Homely NG, of course, still on the
Are we still doing that?
Black Friday. Yeah, they're still celebrating and they're still giving away 20% discount to the viewers of Wake Up Nigeria. It's not going to last very long, so you need to rush and get that done quickly. Check out their website. That's homelyng.com, and then use our
sadly
TVC,
enough, actually, we need to
TVC 20.
Send our condolences actually
Of course.
to the families of Mr. Akiago, who's he's been on the show, and he actually was the prize winner for the LLNG last year,
Literature
prize winner, and
He was here on
it's
the
quite
show,
sad.
and he passed on over the weekend.
over the
so,
weekend
we
at age
condole.
51. It's
Oh,
really
wow.
sad.
That's
Yeah,
quite young.
very
We
sad.
condole with the family, and we hope that they have the fortitude to be at a loss. Okay, but then it's Monday morning, and we're getting closer. It's the last Monday in
In
November.
the month of November.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Creeping into the last
By the next
month
time
of the
it's a
year.
Monday,
Yes.
we'll be in December. Are you guys feeling the Christmas spirit?
No, I'm not.
We're getting there. It's a slow process, you know. Maybe when I start putting some decorations on my desk or something.
Chop, my people, wake up. It is going to be against excess yama far today. Good morning. Oh yeah, let's do this. One more time, blessing time. You know how it goes now. Let's start the system up a little bit. Some jumping jack, no time for the wicked. Yes, we're there. We're going to be doing a little bit of bridge as part of our warm-up. You know now, should be squeezed. Hey, man, no. Yeah, your gluteus muscle should be squeezed. A little bit of that. A little bit of a small push-up. It's mandatory we do the push-up. The pushing muscles should be ready. No time for the weekend. Today is going to be another interesting structure. Accumulator. We have 4 rooms to go to. But now an accumulator means this. You don't go to the next exercise until you finish the first one. You have to go back to the first one. So let's see how it goes now. First room, get up plus roll. You know now, just get up, lie down for me. Get up, small jump, a little bit bend. Now roll, 1 down, 3 roll. 3, come on, first room. Down, 2 down. We're almost getting to the end of room 1. 3 down, room 2. Well, let's go. No way, I have to do room 1 again. Oh, that is why we call it an accumulator. It's devastating. So that excess yama fat. 1 down. Come on, come on. It is called Monday for a reason. 2 down. Come on, come on. We're not doing bad. Now room 2 is what? Yeah, we're gonna spike up the system a little bit. You see I'm in the split position. 3 against 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 2 down. Room 3. Room 3. No way. Go back to room 1. Room 1 again. No wahala. Come on. Come on. We didn't know. Make sure you squeeze that shoulder blade for me. 1 down. 3 in total. Come on. 2 down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. We can do this. You're getting tired. Rest. When you're ready, join us. 3 down. I don't have to go back again. What do I do? Room 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Room 3 is what? Yes, let's play with a small abdominal exercise. We call it what? Half circle. 3 against 3. 1, 2, 3. What I do to the right, I do to the left. 3 down. 2 down. Oh, 1 more room to go. We're almost there, my people. Take high 5. Come on, let's go. Room 4. No way. Room 1. Oh my God. Hey. Get up plus roll. Come on. We can do this. Roll. Make sure you're squeezing 1 down. Come on. Good form. No yama form. Allowed here and Wake Up Nigeria. 2, come on. We can do this. Come on, come on. 3 down. Room 2. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. If you can't do this, just do squat and jump, my people. Beginners, you know. Room 2 is gone. Room 3. Oh no, I have to start again. Get up again. Come on, come on. Accumulator, it has meaning. Devastating. 1 down. Come on, we are very close. 2 down. Come on, we are close. Let's see if we can get this in before time. Come on, room 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3 down. Room 3. We're going for room 4. 1, 2, 3. 3. 2. Then the room 4 is what? Hey, we are going to be diving, but don't dive into that lagoon. Dive bomb up. Yeah. 1. Hey! I just caught you, are you? 2 down! Come on! Hey! 3, you know I'm happy? We got to room 4 and there's still time. Yes. Let's see what will happen again. Let's see what will happen. You do plank at home, right? We're going to take it to another level. No more plank. We are going to extend cliffhanger. Cliffhanger. Come on. Stay there to the end of the program. Come on.
All right, thank you very much, Tony, for that one. Our Monday mornings are never complete without Tony in the garden taking us fitness exercise. You know, we gotta, warm up those muscles. And then after working out, you now eat good food. Just sleep there. All right, great stuff happening here in the kitchen this morning, guys. We are making boiled Irish potatoes with minced meat sauce. And on your screen, here are the ingredients. But Chef Ofe, of course, will run us through it quickly.
Okay, in this plate, we have spices, we have salt, we have thyme, we have curry powder, we have a mixture of Cameroon pepper and chili pepper. And we have dried parsley leaves, we have seasoning cubes. Here, white onions, sliced tomatoes, blended pepper, that's rodo, the grated ginger, chili pepper, and rosemary leaves, this for garnish, sweet corn, minced meat, which I have pre-seasoned with curry, salt, garlic powder, thyme, and seasoning cubes. Then in here we have our Irish potatoes.
All right, great stuff. So what are we starting with? I'm guessing our minced meat sauce.
Or I put this on, sorry.
Everyone can boil potatoes. I'm just
Are you
saying.
sure? Are you sure? Never say.
Except they have a special way of boiling
Never
it.
say never.
But hey, come to think about it though, talking about boiling Irish potatoes, imagine if you're boiling it with coconut milk. I know, I like food.
You like food, Sha.
I know.
See when your eyes just
someone
lit
actually
up.
said that to me this morning in the makeup room, like, oh my God. Okay, so I made this wonderful recipe. I'll tell you all about it later on the show for LC. And someone was like, your daughter likes food like you like food like you.
Of course, she has to take it from somebody.
Right, she has. Okay, so where are we with our minced meat?
So I'm heating up the pan. Let me get oil.
Okay, vegetable oil.
Yeah, vegetable oil, yeah.
All right.
Or you could use olive oil if you want to be extra
healthy.
Yeah.
If you're on a fit farm movement, then olive oil.
Yeah.
Or
this is the time. This is the time to start getting the body detoxing for Christmas. Christmas shopping.
I've started the body up for the food that is about to go in.
Me, I've started.
And then the detoxification comes right after the holiday.
You clear the grass, plant the corn, then after you now eat the corn. Then you now pack up. What am I saying?
No idea.
I'm not a farmer. Let me stick to this. Let me stick to this. So, please.
So when we put that in, what goes in first?
Onions.
Onions and then?
Yeah. Onions, a little bit of the garlic.
Okay.
Then the meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing our vegetables go in last.
Yes. What normally what people do to fry, once they put in the onions, put in the minced meat. The one the minced meat has cooked a little, they put in their tomato meat. But what I'm going to do, once I finish frying the minced meat, I will take it out, fry my tomatoes, let that one dry up, then incorporate everything back together.
All right. Unfortunately, we have to go on a quick commercial break now. But hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Monday is always a good day for motivation to help you kickstart your week as you'd expect to start it on a bright note. Of course, today we're focusing on how you can better organize your affairs. And, of course, the one and only Tunde Daniels is here with me this morning once again. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my
brother. It's great to have you. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm cool.
So we're talking organization today and all of that, Monday morning. Let's start with that. How do we go about organizing?
I think we should first of all know what is being organized is all about. And that is very, very important.
Okay.
Being organized is being structured to know what exactly you want to do. Because without knowing what you want to do, confusion will be the order of the day. And no one wants to start his day being confused.
But I mean, in an environment like ours, let's use Lagos as a case study. You're talking about people leaving up very early. People think that having or being scattered is like the order of the day. We have a lot of people who they don't put themselves in order at first, but they just get off with the day and all of that. How do they better organize themselves in a hectic schedule like we have the one in Lagos?
Thank you very much. Now, it is very, very important to know exactly what you want. In a state like this where everything goes, you must wake up before you wake up. Yes.
How do you wake up before you wake up?
That is, before you go to bed, you must have planned how your next day is going to be.
The night before?
Yes. So to be organized, you first of all need to know what you want to do. If you don't know it, then you can't go far. Having known it, then the second thing is to write it down.
I know you're a big proponent of writing things down, which is very good. So you should write it down. For a week, you're starting on Sunday, you should write what you have to plan or what you have to do Monday up until the rest of the week. That's what you mean, right?
Yes, because if it is not written, it does not exist. Now, pen and paper are smarter than the smartest brain because we can forget. Pen and paper will never forget. So it is better, important that you write it down.
Now, I know a number of people insist on actually writing on ink instead of maybe using a smart device like a phone or a tablet or something. Does it matter for you?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So
just make sure
that it's something that you can get access to later. So it doesn't matter whether it's on ink or whether it's a smart device. All right, so after writing down, what next?
The next thing is to have schedules and deadlines. Okay, on Monday, I'm going to do this. At what time? The mistake we make is that, okay, I will do this on Monday, do this on Wednesday, but when there are no deadlines, we can go off the line.
So when there are deadlines that you don't meet, how do you hold yourself accountable? Can you give yourself punitive measures or something if you don't meet a particular deadline you set?
That will actually help us. If we can tell ourselves, because I didn't do this, then I don't deserve this.
Okay. Give us an example. Okay, say Monday morning, I plan to get somewhere, I plan to pay some bills, I plan to probably make some calls, and I was unable to. How do I now deal with it?
I'll give you a vivid example. I was supposed to do something for my wife, and then I didn't do it. Because of that, on Saturday, I told myself, I'm an ardent United fan. I said, I will not watch that match.
Okay, I like this one. I like this one. Wow. So you didn't watch that match?
I did not at all.
But it's good you didn't watch it. You did yourself a favor. Okay, United fans out there, Daniel, Timo, can you see? Now this is a very wonderful way because I have a lot of friends that are United fans. This is a good way to help them, be organized, right?
Yes.
I love this. Wonderful. So a match, that's very good. That's a good way. Okay, and then moving on from that. So if you're able to, moving on, how next, what next to do? Let's say you didn't meet that deadline. You didn't meet according to the plan that you wrote. Do you rewrite the plan or do you try to, just go ahead with the rest of the things that were in that plan?
Of course, you have to go ahead, but the one you didn't meet, you have to put it up for another day.
Okay.
It becomes the first thing you do the next day.
Okay.
And then what is very important is we should stop procrastinating.
Wow, now that's a big one.
That really affects our lives. Successful people are well organized. They are well structured. Things are done in a tidy manner. I visited a friend last week. We had to go out, and for 2 hours, he was looking for his car keys. Everywhere scattered, looking for car keys. It is wrong. To be organized, you must have a home for everything.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was good having you this morning.
Yes.
Let's hope that we can lead and live more organized lives. All right, that's all on motivation for this Monday morning. Let's head over. I can perceive something simmering in that kitchen. Today, Daniels is also feeling it. But then, hey, MM and Ofe, I'm looking at you people with 2 eyes. Oh.
Yeah. Hello, Mike. We are also looking at you with 1 eye.
In 3D.
3D. All right, interesting conversation there with Mr. Tunde Daniels. Thank you very much. Moving on to the kitchen, we share.
Yeah, ta-da, ta-da.
All right, guys, this morning, so we are making Irish potatoes, boiled Irish potatoes, and minced meat sauce.
Yep.
And as you can see, we have started making our minced meat already.
Yeah, that's
so we'll just take you through the ingredients and where we are so far.
Yeah.
Over to you,
okay, for the ingredients, we have spices, seasoning cubes, salt. Then we have our sliced tomatoes, roughly blended rudo, that's pepper. Then sweet corn, rosemary, dried rosemary. Okay, no, sorry, fresh rosemary leaves. Why are you laughing at me? See, you're not a good
Okay, well, guys, so on your screen right there are the ingredients.
We're fighting, officially fighting.
Okay, because I remember you saying the grounded green stuff here is parsley.
Very good. Ha ha ha.
Parsley.
Ha ha.
You mentioned it was parsley.
You called it green stuff.
Yeah, because now I'm just giving people an idea of what it looks like.
I'm laughing back at you for laughing at me. Ha ha.
So it's actually dried parsley, people.
Yep.
And here is fresh rosemary leaves. Don't mind Ofe.
I'll get you.
So where
I'll get you for that. Okay, so I put in oil,
I
put in onions, a little bit of garlic, and I put in the meat. It has changed from red to brown. Come, I want to sack you. I want to sack you from this kitchen. Mike, come and replace you. You're not giving me joy.
All right. So what's going in next?
Okay, so once this has dried up the water, yeah, I'll take it out. Then I'll fry the pepper mix. Okay. The pepper and the sliced tomatoes. Okay. Yeah.
So we are frying our pepper and tomatoes separately.
Yes. Normally, if you could put it directly in here, but I don't like doing that. I like to do it separately so that I know that the two of them have drained out their liquids. So I know that it's properly dried. So once this is done, I'll take it out. Then I'll start frying this, dry out that, then combine it together. Okay. Yeah. All right, great stuff. You know, in these times that economy is a little hard, you need to manage your gas cooker. I'm saying, well, true. That's true, Shao. No, kerosene is so expensive. I hear kerosene is so expensive, so all that ceremony, I can imagine someone watching and like, I will just fry this one first, and then just put in the minced meat and fry everything up. If there's lights, we can put this one inside the microwave.
Right? Really?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Okay. So we're going to fry this separately and then alongside our sweet corn, yeah?
Yeah, the sweet corn and the chili would go in last. Okay. Once I've taken everything off the heat, I just sprinkle it on top. You don't need to cook it so much.
Because we want to get that fresh.
Yeah. So our potatoes are boiling as well.
Well, really, what do Irish potatoes do?
Well, like I had a picture. You know when you're cooking, don't laugh.
No, I'm listening
to
you.
Don't laugh.
Oh, I am listening to you, people.
Or else.
I'm listening to you. Trust me.
Okay. When you're cooking, you have a final picture of what you want the serving to look like. Yeah. So when I was creating this, I had the final picture of boiled potatoes. And secondly, Fit Fam, Christmas is coming. Get that body on.
All right, so apparently, Chef Ofe is actually the only one who's on his Fit Farm journey this Christmas season, apparently. Because I know that everyone is waiting. I mean, this is the time of the year where we eat everything. Every party you go to, every house you go to.
Between now and 1st of December, you need to be good. Between now and 1st of December, you need to be good.
But anyways, for those who are still on the Fit Farm journey,
like me,
that's good, potatoes are like one of the most healthiest food. Meals you could actually like.
Yeah, if you want to take it a notch higher, you can switch to sweet
potatoes. Yeah. And Irish potatoes have like amazing health benefits. And over last week, some of the producers teased me that some of the ingredients, because we use a lot of locust beans, ogiri, and I can't remember the other ingredients we used. Ugba, yes. And coincidentally, they all had benefits for, people going through infertility issues and stuff. And everyone was teasing that, why are my ingredients catering to the pregnant women and women who actually have infertility issues? But okay, so this morning, potato is not for... Well, it's a healthy recipe for pregnant women, of course, definitely. And,
started again.
Yeah, right. It actually cures scurvy. And it also helps to prevent, cure inflammations, basically. So if you're having any of those illness issues, boiled potatoes are your go-to, definitely. Yep. Yeah. So our minced meat is almost ready. So we're just going to fry this up, our tomatoes and pepper, and then just sprinkle our sweet corn and our chili pepper on it when we're done. Yep. And food is ready. So there's actually not much work to do here. No. There's also fantastic breakfast recipe for the kids.
Yeah. Although some people would use tinned beef, that's corned beef, but I don't really. I prefer fresh.
I think I prefer it this way as well. Yes. You get all that fresh.
Yeah, vitamins.
Like you're eating meat.
Yeah, proper meat.
Proper meat. Yeah. All right. So much happening here in the kitchen, and there's still so much going on the show later on. Stay tuned because we're going on a quick commercial break, people.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and as we are still anticipating the International Food and Drinks Festival, we thought it would be wise to bring some of our friends from that particular company back here from the festival to shed more light on what to expect. Today we have Motayo and Mimi. They are from Balmoral.
Yeah, yes. Balmoral Group.
And they're here to talk about the International Food and Drinks Festival. I am so excited about it because I was there last year.
Okay.
The energy was so positive and everybody was drinking and eating and there was just so much life. And then I hear that there's going to be some differences this year. I say, don't change it, don't change it. So what are the differences between last year's and this year's event?
Okay, so last year it was 3 days. And, okay, first of all, let me correct this. It's actually the International Drinks Festival. It's focused on drinks. But it's a good thing you mentioned food because we're actually adding a food aspect to it. We're having a masterclass with some celebrity chefs. Chef Rex is going to be there, Chef Yede, Chef Eros, and also Chef Benedict. So these are really popular chefs, and they're going to be making foods infused with alcohol. You know?
Wow!
It's going to be awesome. Okay. And also, it's 4 days. Last year was 3 days. It's 4 days this time around, and the first 2 days are focused on, you know, the business of drinks. You know, so it's where drinks mean business.
Of which business, the drinks business all over the world has always been strong. In Nigeria, it is actually really, really a big business. We have suppliers, we have people actually manufacturing their own drinks now. But how does a supplier or a drinks manufacturer or someone who just produces their own lemonade, for instance, how does that person benefit from these masterclasses?
Okay, so for the master classes, I mean, it's a place where you have exposure to what more you can do with your drinks. Okay. You know, instead of just, okay, I mean, when you come into the market, your first goal is to sell. Yeah. And then you're selling to just one person, that's the person who drinks. But now you're going to be selling to restaurants that can use it to cook. You're going to be selling to, you know, people that can use it to do some other things, desserts and some other things. So it's widening the horizon and then just, okay, it's liquid that we consume.
All right.
You can add flavor to a dinner. You can do so many other things with drinks. And it's not just alcohol anyways. So, I mean, the lemonade person can do something, toss up something. So it's a lot to learn from these people because they're
experts.
They're experts, you know, they're trained abroad and everything. So it's a great
feeling. It's going to be fun to watch them talk about food in such a way. But I know that you are from the marketing angle of the company. So I know that everything you say has to tell everybody, you know, that it's going to be the best event in the world. But I know that there must have been some challenges last year, right?
Yes, actually we had some challenges and this year is a bit different because we plan to make it better this year.
Okay.
Okay, we tried to focus on what we didn't do last year to do this year in order to make it better. And we had a lot of people calling in. Trust me, this year's one is going to be fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, because we have summit classes, we have a food and wine pairing classes, we have master classes. Then we have like a beer village that opens up after the event proper. That's the exhibition from morning till evening. Then the beer village opens up till late in the night, where we have like the entertainment part of the event. We bring in some celebrity musicians who perform, and we also have like a live band. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Last week we got to talk about some mixologists.
Yes.
Who were there last year and are going to come back with a vengeance again this year.
Yes.
But it's really interesting what they can pull off. But I'm wondering about the entertaining angle to everything. We've talked about the summit, about learning.
Yes.
You know, is that the only entertainment we're going to have from these guys?
Okay, aside that, we're bringing in wall flare bartenders.
Okay.
They are the champion, actually.
Okay.
Yes. So they are coming in to, not just for the entertainment aspect of the event, but also to train those mixologists and those people in the cocktail industry that want to learn more on how to go about the business. Yeah, so that's the reason why we're bringing them in, to not just entertain, but also to teach them on what and how to go about doing their thing.
All right then.
Yes.
So I would really love to know one more time the dates, the time, the venue.
Okay, so it's November 29th to December 2nd. Exhibition opens from 9 to 6. The Beer Village, like she said, runs through the event. You know, from the first day to the very last day. You know how the beer scenery is. So activity starts to pick up maybe around 5, 6 after work hours and everything. But I mean, it's the venue is Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, And we're inviting everyone to just come have fun. You know, there's business, there's somewhere to experience, explore, and enjoy. So it's a packed event.
All right then.
The most important thing, it's actually free.
Yes, it's free to
It's a free event.
So you can just walk in.
Yes.
There's going to be tasting, I hope. Like
Yes, there's going to be tasting. There's going to be a registration though, so we know, you know, the 18 plus, because it's open to everybody. You know, so we know who we're accepting. We know you're old enough to drink.
Okay, so just for emphasis now, if you're under 18, it's not encouraged that you come.
No, you can come because there's something for children too.
Okay,
it's
fantastic.
all drinks, but you're just going to register, that's all, when you get there. And it's a very swift process. It's just, okay, you're old enough to drink, so you can go here.
All right, then, no problem at all. Yeah. I'm always interested in events like this, and it feels like this is building a lot of momentum.
Yes.
I can still remember being at the last year's event, and as we were doing the walkthrough, it was amazing to see how many different brands have actually come into the country. Yeah. So I wanted to just do some kind of scale. International brands versus Niger brands of drinks. How are you managing that?
Okay, so it's very interesting to actually know that we have new brands that are not even in Nigeria. So they're using this platform as an entry point. Okay. You know, so and the good thing is we have distributors from all over Nigeria coming in. So we've tried to balance it up because we have both the you know, Nigerian entrepreneur that's just trying to build up, and then you have the international one. So there's a space for everybody. Okay. There's, you know, since it's a free event, so you're going to have a wide range of customers. You know, everybody that is in the drinks business should be there. You should be there to understand the business, to explore different things.
All right then. So. All right, then. I'm glad to hear that there's a balance. We have to support our Nigerian entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But there's something you mentioned. You mentioned there's going to be food there, but we also have food here, and we have to take it to the kitchen now. has been listening intently to what we've been saying. Am I right?
Yes, Titi, you're definitely right. I'm actually looking forward to, you know, attending the International Drinks Festival. And Ofe, we're actually talking about it because we like food.
Yeah, we do. And drinks.
And drinks. All right. We've been going on and on and on about what's been cooking this morning in the kitchen. And we are making boiled Irish potatoes with minced meat sauce. Yeah. And where are we right now?
Okay, we've fried our minced meats. This is it, with onions and some spices. I fried our tomatoes. Now, it still has a lot of moisture and liquid, so I need that to dry out and the oil comes to take over. Okay. So once that happens, I would season, put in the pepper, season, then mix all
of it.
Infuse all together.
Marry all of them together.
Yeah.
I know.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
I've been learning a lot on the show, guys. You have no idea. I mean, that's one of the many reasons you stick to. You should tune in every day to Wake Up Nigeria, guys. Because like, we give you the best of the very best of everything you can ever think of, guys. I ain't washing you. I'm just telling you the facts. So
and they can go a step further by visiting my Instagram page.
Yeah, Cherry Pink Occasions.
To get more lovely dishes.
Yeah. I see what you've been doing. I see what you've been doing. Well done. Well done.
Give them. I've been giving them.
Hot.
Hot.
All right. Great stuff. So basically, all of this is just going in together. One dish.
Yes. Marriage
is ready.
A marriage.
Yes. Alongside the boiled potatoes.
Yeah.
And we're done.
Yep.
And we're out.
Are we wrapping?
All right. So we're going on a quick commercial break. The second half of the show continues in a bit, people. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and top of the morning to you, Nigeria.
We welcome you to a beautiful Monday morning on Wake Up Nigeria.
And of course, we're ready. We're so ready to do this with you all the way. No matter where you are, you can get with us online. We're streaming now, right now, live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. It's TVC Connect. Ensure your comments have our hashtag in there. Wake Up Nigeria.
It's important you do so because we'd love to hear what you think about our finance discussion for today.
Yes, indeed.
We will be talking about developing your own money system.
Very, very important, actually, especially at this point. It's the end of the year. Now, we also have some DIY hairstyling tips. Very important for the ladies trying to get their hair on.
Okay, it's a full house here. Seated with me are representatives of the Teens Career Fair, which is a pre-university career counseling session for parents and teenagers to meet with expert counselors from the UK, USA, Canada, and Ireland. We have Bolanle Obadino, who is the country manager, University of Hertfordshire in the UK, Victoria Kimoto, the Africa representative of St. George's University, Grenada, and Farouk Oyebanjo, who is the counselor, degreesandcareers.com. Did I get all of that right? Yes. Even though I'm not very sure of the names, but we'll get to know each other, right? Yeah. Sure, okay, so the Teens Career Fair and all about, what is it all about?
As you mentioned earlier, it's a pre-university career fair where parents and teenagers come to meet with counselors from international universities to learn about the different careers and the destinations they can go to study those careers. The event is structured towards the parents mostly because we find out that the parents are the ones that are highly influential towards the career those kids end up studying. So we invite the parents and the teenagers to come to meet with these counselors to talk about a range of things from the skills needed for those careers, the courses, the subjects they need to take. You know, they're teenagers direct from secondary school, the kind of courses they need to take, the learning strengths, the requirements, the capabilities they need to succeed in those career areas.
Okay, now I know, I'll put this to all of you. I know that, yes, the parents are responsible to a very large extent, but at what percentage shouldn't the child, as at that point, know exactly what he or she is going to do or study in school?
Exactly why we're having the careers fair, because basically that's why we call it the Teens Career Fair.
Okay, now, so there's more emphasis on teens.
On teens.
Yes.
So they come in and then they talk to us about what they actually want to do with their lives in future, and then we try to guide them, you know, towards what they're supposed to do. So someone comes to me and say, oh, I like to buy and sell, so I want to do it. I want to be an entrepreneur. So we say to them, okay, this is the kind of course that's geared towards you being an entrepreneur. Wow. And that way, they know what they have to do from onset when they get to the university. So it's like preparing them to know how best to suit what they want to do.
What they want to do. What if, okay, I want to say something.
When it comes to special programs like medicine,
okay.
You do have to score certain points to even get in. So if I meet a teen who is, before they sit the WAEC exams or when they're near 3, at least then they have a chance to get their 85% and above in their chemistry, biology. But if we meet them... Is that the
minimum requirement for medicine?
For medicine, especially in our school, you do have to have high marks. Mainly because we are top school. We are the #1 provider of doctors in the US.
Wow.
And we are based in the Caribbean, which is an amazing place to study, but they hardly get time to go to the beach.
What's the school again? What's the school?
It's called St. George's University in Grenada.
Right. In Grenada, okay.
In Grenada. And for Nigerian students, one of the best things is they can end up working in the US as doctors. Because they do their last 2 years of clinicals, which you call internship in Nigeria, in the US or the UK. Wow. And when they finish, we are one of those schools that manages to get them into residency programs. If you want to practice as an international doctor in the US, you have to get into a residency program.
Okay, so now let's talk about the itinerary of the career fair. When is it starting? How does it go? How do people how do they get to be a part of it? Do they have to register? What do they have to do?
Oh, they have no need to register. It's a free event, actually. But the way it's structured is such that we have different counselors for different career paths. So we have a STEM counselor, which is the science, technology, engineering, and math. We have a medicine counselor, which she is.
Okay, you are medicine counselor,
yeah,
are you?
We have a business counselor.
Business?
Yes.
Medicine business. This is quite interesting.
We have humanities, and then we have the creatives as well, for those that want to go into fashion, music, arts, and the likes. So she is for business, and then she'll be handling everything from entrepreneurship.
You know, growing up for me, you would have been a very, very recommended counselor, and probably you also, but now you said something about business and, fashion and all of that. Yes. I mean, if I told my dad I want to do fashion, like, look at me. So all the money I spent for you. Okay, but let's talk about those other career paths that are not so, how do I put it now? Maybe they're not so the popular ones or the ones
Thank you for bringing that up.
Let's talk about those ones.
Ideally, the big 5 populars, doctor, engineer, lawyer, and the likes. But there are courses springing up from robotic engineering to coding to creative industry. There are tons of 21st century courses that parents are not aware of. That's why we also want them to come. If your teens are not around, come and represent them. Learn about all those courses. The 21st century career courses is not just about the reward, that lies in there. It's also about the fulfillment for those students as well. I mean, this is what they want for their lives. So the parents need to understand
when would it start? When would it?
Okay, the event started 2 days ago on Saturday at the Sheraton Hotel in Ikeja. And we're having another one today at the Echo Hotel from 12 to 5. Then we're having in Abuja as well at Transcorp Hilton Hotel from 12 to 5 as well. Then we're having the final one in Port Harcourt at Le Méridien Ogeyi Place.
You're around the whole country. Yes. Wonderful. Now, for business, I just want to, what kind of words would you give to a teen who wants to do business to help that person, prepare the person for the challenges that will lie ahead?
Okay, so basically what I say to them is the courses they do really would guide them. So I say to them, do courses in the commercial courses. So I say to them, do business, do economics, do accounting, do commerce. Depending on what the student wants to do. Some student might want to do accounting. I got lots of students saying to me they want to do accounting. And then, of course, I made them understand that it's very, very important that you study hard. Which is that's the core. You need to be able to study hard to be able to get to where you want to go to. So when they study hard, they get into the system. So when they do this kind of courses, like for my school tech, for instance, most of our business courses have the placement here. So it allows them, not only just to learn, but also to be able to work in the industry so that they'll have like a bit of experience. Now, what I say to them is, even before they get into the university, take for instance, they're just writing WAEC, or they've written WAEC, and then they're waiting for admissions. I tell them, you need to start working. You need to start doing something yourself. Do you understand? Oh, some people say, oh, I make beads, I sell beads. This is business. But then I said to them, it's not just about you doing business, but you need to know the monetary part of the business, the idea part of the business to be able to achieve a goal.
Okay.
So yeah.
I would spend all the time talking to people very fast. Let's just round up. So what would you tell for medicine? I know that high scores is minimal. Yeah. What else would you tell them?
When it comes to becoming a doctor, and we do note that the child would want to work in a hospital, so we do give them options. Because sometimes I do get students who don't have that 85%. And it doesn't mean they can't work in a hospital. There's so many other things you can do. You can be a physiotherapist. You can be a health system manager. You can do business in health. So there are so many options that for me, when I meet the Nigerian student, I want them to know that they can still work in a hospital.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is just a tip of the iceberg. There's so much more you guys have to offer. You'd have to attend the fair. It's free, right?
Yeah, absolutely free.
You don't have to
cost
register.
At all. You don't have to register.
Make
you don't
your
have
way
to
to
pay.
Echo Hotel today.
Echo Hotel today
in Lagos.
by 12.
All right.
Yes,
thank you very much, guys. It was great having you guys and wishing you the best.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we'll take a quick commercial break. There is a lot more coming on the show. Hey, DIY. has you on that when we get back after the break.
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and if you're a lover of braids, you definitely love what we're about to show you this morning. Joining us is Adenike of Le Chic Hair Salon, and this morning she'll be teaching us different ways to style your braids.
Exactly.
Yes, Mama. Oh, yes. So let's get
So first of all, what we're going to do is we have our braids down already. So I just took a section off the crown of her head, and I just used the basic rubber band to just, put it in place. So now I'm just going to wrap the hair around, not twist it, just wrap it around like that. Wrap it around.
So this is one style.
This is one style. So we just take it to the front of the head and then wrap the down part down.
Tuck it in.
Tuck it in like that. Then we take a section of this part.
Okay, so let's see. Tilt a little. Great.
We take a section of this part and we just put it in here like this.
Okay.
And like just wrap it around the initial twist. And just wrap it around here.
Oh. Okay. So we are going to keep doing this till all of the hair? Okay.
And then when we're done, we just pack this part with a simple rubber band. You just wrap it.
I want to capture every bit of this tutorial because it's very important. You know, these days hairs are very expensive as much as they are a trend.
See, the braid is just the easiest.
Yes, it is.
It's like,
and it can be very affordable.
Very, very affordable.
It can be
and
affordable.
Very easy to style.
Yes.
So this is the first look.
Oh, nice.
So you can see the front. This one is like for an office look, or if you're going somewhere very, that you need to just look very professional. This is the first.
And I'm guessing if you want to put this in a knot, you could also
you can also put it. You also have another style in here. You see? So this is the first look. Now the second look. Let's take this apart. The second look basically is almost like the first look, but easier.
Okay.
Now, if you just want to leave your hair down, but you don't want anything in your face, you just take this same crown and you just do like a basic donut with it. Just wrap it round, and then you have your second look.
Nice.
As you can see, we just take it down like this. And I want you to see the full effect of the hair. It looks
very easy.
Yeah, very easy to do. Now, this is.
And I've seen a lot of people actually wear
Yeah, this one is actually easy. It's because it's easy, that's why.
And it's quite retro.
Very retro.
It's quite retro.
Now, this next look we are going to do, we take the crown of the head, the crown of the hair. We section the crown.
Okay.
This is easy and it looks chic. Very, very chic. Now we're just going to tie it.
Okay.
Literally tie the hair.
Like tie it into a knot.
Yeah, we have the section. We just have the crown of the hair. Now we just tie it into a knot.
And if you are a bow professional, you can even knot it into a bow.
Now we knot it. When we finish knotting it, we take the two sections and bring it to the back.
Okay, so we'd like to see how you do that.
We take it to the back like that.
I think I like this one.
This one is really nice.
It's my favorite.
And we just tie it.
Behind
the ear. See? And there you have it. You have your next look.
Okay, good stuff. I'm actually liking this one. Oh, I love that.
You have your next look.
This has like the kind like that turban thing that's trending right now. Like that knotty turban. Great stuff. Okay.
Really nice.
So this is the third
This is
look
the third
so
look.
far.
Now I'm going to do
let's say
first
one more.
look.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we just do here is we just pack the hair to the back of your head. Like this. And then
so are you tired of wearing your braids in a certain way?
Exactly.
You got to tune in for this one, people. Teaching you different ways you can style your braids and still look nice, classy, and good.
Yeah.
So this is the last look.
Okay. All right, no problem. Now we're going to section this.
Okay.
Section
so let's
it into
put this
two.
way so we can see.
Okay.
Capture that.
We section this into two.
Okay.
And we just like roughly twist it to the back. Just twist it. Sorry, can I have a rubber band here, please?
How many?
Thank you, just one.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And we just
are you gonna do the same to this one? Okay. So let me just do this to save time.
Thank you.
I think I can remember to twist.
Oh, yes, it's quite easy. Anyone can twist.
Everyone cannot twist too.
It's easy. Okay.
Okay. So there you have it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. See, if you need a career change.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so what are we doing with this one?
Okay, this one. We just take it up like this.
You need your pins, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to help you with pins. How many do you need?
Just one.
I like this one. I love this style.
Thank you.
And you can weave it if you like.
Exactly. You can weave it if you like. Whatever you like, you can do.
Oh,
and just bring it down. And do the other side.
So you make your own crown.
Crown.
Your own personal braid crown. Oh, this is nice.
And we just tuck in the other.
I love this. I love this. Okay, so guys, this is my favorite braid look. am definitely loving this, and I'm definitely going to rock this when I have my braids on. Thank you so much, Adenike.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate you coming and taking us through this tutorial. All right. There's so much happening on the show, guys. You got to stay tuned for the next segment.
Ooh, I love the Grecian look. It was really, really sweet. Now, as is customary on the show, we start the week by discussing finance to help you get a grip of your money affairs in good time. Now, how to develop your own money system is what we're talking about today. And Mr. Sharif Gbadamosi is back. Yeah. All right, so how do we develop our own money system? Or do we already have a system in place?
Yes, everybody has a money system in place, whether we realize it or not. The way I define it is that a money system is an environment, a money environment you create for yourself with the end goal of ensuring that you have enough cash for anything you need, first of all, and eventually the things that you want. Because the needs are more important than your wants. So everybody has a money system. Yeah.
So how do I create this system for myself, or is there any standard system you can recommend to me?
Yeah, what it is when I counsel people, I tend to have this system that I use. I've coined it the Hello money system.
Hello.
Hello. It's an acronym. So Hello, for instance, it's your habits. Everybody has money habits. Your earnings capability, which we talked about last week, and how to build your earnings capability. Your
so you have your habits, then you have your earners capability.
Your earnings capability.
All right.
Your literacy. So you need to have, one of the ways I actually put it is having money without money sense doesn't make sense. Having money without money sense does not make sense. Then your lifestyle. Everybody chooses a particular type of lifestyle. We all have a particular lifestyle. Where you choose to live, what you choose to eat, the kind of friends you have also determines your lifestyle.
True.
And all those things. Then the last one is your obligation. This is a Nigerian environment, and we all have one obligation or the other. You have family members that you have to take care of. If you have taken debts in the past, then that's an obligation because you need to pay that back. So some of those obligations are thrust upon us because of the people we are and where we're born into, the type of families we have. Most of the obligations that we have, we bring it upon ourselves. Maybe because in buoyant times you decide to borrow money and maybe something happens. We always say God forbid. But at the end of the day, you still need to pay this money back, but you're no longer solvent. So that's the Hello system.
So the Hello system, let's start from habits. Now, money habits, isn't it something that just happens to become a habit? Like, for instance, I get my salary end of the month. I know that there's cable bills, there's data costs. I reserve something for transportation, and then maybe I have to do my hair. So that feels habitual for me. But it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. No. When I talk about habits, I'm talking about those things that we practice. They're the bad ones. They're good habits and they're bad habits. But they're also the bad ones that we tend to have lingering around the whole place. Specifically, what I'm looking at is, what is your habit towards money before you receive it and after you receive it? Some people spend money, if they know that, I'm going to get 200,000 Naira next week, they spend it this week. That's a bad habit. Or after they get money, the first thing they do is think about how to offset many different things. Personally, what I do is, I know some people call me Jebu for this, but personally what I do is that any lump sum that comes into my hand, I sit on it for about a week or two. Because I never spend money with anxiety. You never spend money when you're anxious, worried, or excited. Any of those contrasting emotions, it's best to spend money when you're calm and reflective. So that's why I don't actually touch money until I continue with old money. So that's the kind of habit I'm talking about.
So what about the literacy thing? So how do I become more literate about money?
Well, you need to really study. You need to observe people that you see because making a lot of money doesn't mean you have a lot of money. At the end of the day, the goal is to have cash. Without cash, we can't function, we can't buy things, we can't live our lives. So this system, because they all work in tandem, by the way, and they all affect one another, what we tend to do is that we can say, literacy on one side, then another. No, they all work together. So with the literacy part, you need to get with people that understand and get them to teach you. You need to read stuff. There's Google. There's a lot of information out there that you can use to get yourself financially literate on how to do this. Okay,
so then there's also the issue of lifestyle. Now, I try to give myself a kind of modest lifestyle. I'm not really big on, you know, very elaborate clothing or jewelry or things like that. But when you're talking about lifestyle, is that what you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean. Okay. Because your lifestyle, last week when we talked about earnings capability, we talked about the fact that if you do a net off of all your income and your expenditure and you find out that you are at a surplus, it means you have the potential to save. If you're at a deficit, it means your chosen lifestyle is greater than your capacity to fund it.
Okay.
So lifestyle is very important. And we choose those lifestyles whether we like it or not. Because if you decide today, oh, I'm going to go out with a bunch of friends tomorrow, and you know that those kind of friends spend 50,000 naira a night. Why are you with those guys? You know what I mean? I'm not saying you shouldn't maintain those friends, but you've got to be careful in some of the engagements that you go to. Or the type of clothes you wear. Some people, unless it's designer, they're not into who are they impressing? And at the end of the day, they get themselves into trouble because these things add up.
So the HELLO system, once again, that's your habits, earners capabilities, literacy, lifestyle, and obligations. Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to the studio once again. And of course, please tell us how you felt about this particular discussion. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. We have to go to a break now. It's time for commercials. Stay with us.
Okay, so did you want to tell us about our next guest coming up?
Yes, indeed, I will, with pleasure. Now, we need to introduce to you this very interesting young gentleman who has won the title of Mr. Universe Nigeria.
Okay.
Welcome to Nelson Allison.
Thank
How
you
you
very
doing?
much.
Welcome. Hey, welcome.
You're welcome. How you doing?
Thank you very much.
Mr. Universe Nigeria, what is the title Mr. Universe Nigeria? Because, you know, the first time when we knew you were coming, I think Mr. Nigeria, but I said, no, Mr. Universe Nigeria. What is the difference?
Yeah.
So Universe Nigeria actually started in 2012.
Okay.
And has been going on since then. And it's quite different from Mr. Nigeria, you know.
Okay.
So when you actually qualify being a candidate, like representative for Mr. Universe Nigeria, you tend to represent them for Mr. Universe Tourism World. That's in Philippines anyway, and that should be in June.
So that's where you're going next?
Yes.
Ah, cool.
Amazing.
How do you rate your chances against the rest of the Mr. Universes in other countries?
As a Nigerian person, killing it.
Okay, so I'm wondering what you were doing before you decided to go for the competition.
Oh, okay. Basically, I stay in Abuja.
Okay.
And actually, me and my sister actually run a lounge in Abuja called the Sub Hotel. So we actually have something we're doing now.
Okay, fantastic. So you're already an entrepreneur before going into modeling, or are you a model as well?
Basically, not really, but actually, I do glamour modeling as well. I actually model for some persons as well. And also, I'm an artist. Like,
okay, so how did he talk to us about? Yeah, fantastic. Oh, cool. That's cool. Did you bring any of your sketches today?
I wish I did. But
you should have. You should have. So how did you get to know about the competition? Tell us, walk us through the process, registration, winning, and all of that.
Funny enough, I actually didn't do the registration myself. I was just at home one day and like my friend just said, go check on IG, and I posted your picture. I was like, why? When I went there, I was like, okay, my female friend actually.
We need friends like that in our lives.
I was like,
friends that will put your picture where you don't even know.
Why would you do that? She was like, you need to do these things. You're a shy person. Just have to put yourself out there anywhere. I was like, okay, fine. Then I had to just muscle up and had to do it.
I like that word, muscle up. Because these competitions tend to...
Yeah, just take us through the competition itself. How was it?
Very demanding. It was really, it was really intense. Coming from not being a model and all that, and actually not being the show business aspect also. So, but actually very challenging from camping. I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to do training sections.
Wow.
From training sections, which is like a lot of drilling from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Wow.
Then after the drilling, then you have to now do catwalking stuff. And as well, there's grooming, there's orientation and the rest.
We're still talking about this. There are two ladies who really want to meet you.
Yes.
And they prepared something for you. We'll still talk about your
exploits. Please.
We'll still talk about your exploits. So this way, please.
Thank you
very much. We'll still talk about your exploits in camp. And they want to see how they are smiling.
Yeah.
They want to know about your exploits in camp. That's why they are smiling the way they are smiling.
Can I give you a hug if you don't mind?
I want.
Nice.
Please come take a seat. Take a seat. You're our guest today.
Move. Ofe,
Mike,
you do this.
What? Move. Yeah. All right.
I'm going out. People should beg me. I'm going out.
Universe Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
All right, so this is Chef Ofe, and she's made this sumptuous meal for you this morning.
Sexy food.
It's healthy too.
Yes.
So what? Because I know you're trying to
meat sauce.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so please give it a taste and tell us what you think. And while he does that, now there's so many people to say thank you to, all our guests today. Thank you so much for showing up. On Mondays, you know it's extra tough to get out of bed, but everybody still seems to make it happen for us. How do you feel about the food?
Really nice.
All right then.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
I remember when you mentioned earlier that you wake up at 4 a.m. I mean, when you were in camp, and then Mike said, "Oh wow," and I'm like, dude, we all wake up at 4 a.m.
You can't compare.
I know.
You can't compare.
4 a.m. is late for some of us.
You can't compare our wake-up time to his own wake-up time. Like,
No, we all wake up at 4 a.m.
you don't wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
it's cold in the morning.
A big
Really
shout
cold
out
in
to
the
our
morning.
friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. We appreciate you. And of course, Fola at Fola's Place. Thank you for styling our hair. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with this, we bid you goodbye.
Farewell.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
7 a.m.